Hi, I'm Rupa and I'm the founder and managing partner of Araya Ventures. If I was starting today as a fresh angel investor from the start, I'd be thinking about the 7 following things. Number 1, I'd be thinking about the power law rule. So this is something that I wasn't even aware of when I first started. But essentially, with the power law rule, you really need to think about the number of companies you're going to have in the portfolio. Part of the success of angel investing is the fact that you're going to have so many companies within your portfolio, and you're only looking for 1 or 2 of them to actually work out and make the returns of the whole portfolio. So I think one of the biggest mistakes that I've seen a lot of investors do when they get started is they have a friend or a cousin who's starting a startup, and then they put in a check, and they think that that doesn't work out, and they think they're not good investors, but they never really gave it a proper chance. So I think really it's about building this, thinking in the term of at least 10, ideally 20 startups over a period of time. Second of all, I'd be thinking about what is my total pot that I would be putting to this particular investment asset class. And with that, you can then split out across 20 companies what you think your individual allocation should be per company. One of the things when you start angel investing and you meet loads of founders, it's really inspiring. You get really excited. You get FOMO when you see other investors going into deals, and you might start to put in more than your allocated check amount. And that's when your portfolio starts to go a little bit into disarray. So number 2 would definitely be checking the size of your pot, thinking about it over a 3-year or 4-year period as well, because you don't want it all going in 1 year as well, and thinking about how that portfolio construction will happen. Number 3 is really about choosing the stage that you invest in. So one of the things with stages is that typically angel investors invest at a stage called pre-seed and seed. Pre-seed is really often where there's pre-revenue, pre-product before the business is even there. Seed stage investing is where there's some product, there's a revenue, there's customers, and so you're assessing the company at a slight different stage. After that, typically angel investors don't normally go into those rounds because the round sizes get bigger, the funding rounds get bigger, and so it's normally taken by institutional VC funds, like for example Araya. And so a lot of the angel investor concentration is within pre-seed and seed. Now, some people choose just one path and they just go for it. Some people will say, well, I just want to do seed because pre-seed sounds really risky, but my best performers in my angel portfolio came from pre-revenue, pre-seed, pre-product businesses that I backed very early on. And so I would say that I chose to do a blended version of the 2 in my angel portfolio. And at Araya, we do something very similar as well in our fund. So I think it's really important to understand where you want to invest. So number 4 is definitely picking a thesis or an area of interest to start with. One of the things that is really exciting is that if there's an area of passion or an area of exploration that you're really interested in, but maybe it's not in your profession or your career, angel investing allows you to go and learn about that sector and invest in that sector. And also you may be exactly where your profession or your expertise is in. For example, I've seen lots of doctors recently come into health tech investing, which is great because they have this incredible lens from the seat that they sit in their profession that they can really apply that expertise into their investment portfolio as well. So it's picking somewhere to start. It doesn't mean that that should define everything that you invest in, but I think it's somewhere to start where you feel that you could really add something plus or enjoy something that you are excited about. Number 5 would be definitely selection of deals and a framework around that. So I think once you start to know the sort of companies you'd like to back, the stages you'd like to back, you need to think about the fundamentals of what it is you want to see from those businesses as you go into the due diligence process. Now, the best way to do that is actually just get started, go into due diligence processes, meet these founders, start to assess opportunities. And I think that really takes you to a stage where you get to start deciding what your yeses and your nos are going to be. Sometimes you might end up on a call with a founder and in the first 60 seconds, I want to be part of this opportunity. And then there might be some where, you'd want to go away, do some more due diligence, you check the market sizing, the competition, and there may be some that feel, a no from day one, but really starting to understand what your framework is going to look like, what you're going to be assessing founders against or the business against or the landscape against, the competitive landscape for the company. So really starting to understand what is a yes for you and what's a no, I think really is the next step as well. And the best way to do that is by just getting out there and starting to look at opportunities. Number 6 6 for me kind of ties in with number 5, which is really about finding your people and your tribe. So finding co-investors, finding a community of which you can go and invest with. My favorite journey at the start of angel investing was going on to these, it was actually during COVID, so we'd go onto these Zoom calls with maybe like 10, 15, 20 other investors, some coming from late stage investing, some coming from completely different backgrounds, from different sectors, and together the richness of that due diligence process, because we all had our own lenses, was what was made the process so powerful, but also so enjoyable because it's not a solo journey as well. And so finding your tribe of people who invest in similar spaces and similar opportunities, I think would be number 6 as well. Number 7 for me is deal flow. So making sure it's all good and well having your portfolio construction, it's all good and well having your strategy, having your community, but is making sure that you're seeing enough opportunities to be able to assess the ones that are good for you. And I think that truly comes down to the fact that probably if you're receiving 10 deals a year, it's not going to be enough on its own. If you're receiving 5 deals a year, it's not going to be enough to be able to make a good investment decision. Or working with a group where they're seeing the 3,000 deals a year and they're doing the filtering. But the goal is to see as many opportunities as possible so that you can start to whittle down into the ones that are going to make it into your portfolio. I'm passionate about bringing the knowledge of angel investing to more people because I truly believe that it's about democratizing access to this asset class. Investing in early stage startups, of course, is high risk, but it also offers an incredible wealth creation opportunity if it's done right, with the right portfolio construction and with the right frameworks around it. When I started, I had years before actually inquired about how to get started in angel investing. And I felt there was a lot of closed rooms, closed doors, insiders clubs, and it was very, very difficult to get in. And so I really want this to be available to, if there was tens of thousands of people that started angel investing off the back of sharing this experience, that would be definitely an outcome I'd be really excited about. I think the other thing for me is that AI is creating such disruption in so many parts of everyone's lives at the moment. But I actually believe it's creating huge opportunity. And I think one of those opportunities, there are many, but one of those opportunities is this rise of the AI startups and this opportunity right now that over the next 3 to 5 years, we're going to see a phenomenal amount of returns made by investors in this AI economy. And so there are so many people that don't know yet how to access it. And so getting that knowledge out is really important to me too. And if people would like to learn more about it, we have House of Araya, which is a private angel membership community, which allows investors to have access to tools, frameworks, in fact, all of the tools and frameworks I wish I had when I was starting out, portfolio construction tools, events, education, academy, all of the things that I wish I had when I got started, as I mentioned. But also we pick 8 to 12 of our best performing deals from Araya Ventures and bring them to the House members every year as co-investment opportunities for as less as £10,000 per deal. And that's why we've created House of Araya. It's a private investment membership for angel investors who are interested both in our 3 pillars. Number 1, it's the academy, education around angel investing, all of the portfolio construction tools that we have. And number 2, it's community. So we bring together the co-investors in physical and in digital spaces to be able to co-invest together, to share investment opportunities with each other. And number 3 is our deal flow. So at Araya Ventures, we see over 3,000 deals a year, and we pick 8 to 12 of the best deals to bring to the community every year as investment opportunities.